stem holds the plant up straight and tall. It helps make sure the plant doesn't fall. The stem carries water up from the dirt. The stem helps keep the plant alert. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. The leaves are not just there for show. The leaves will work to help the plant grow. They take in the sunlight and make it sweet. The leaves make food for the plant to eat. The colorful flower is so very bright. The bees will stop and rest in their flight. They pollinate the flowers and spread it around. Then the seeds fall to the ground. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. We start with a tiny seed in the ground, buried in the dirt. Roots can be found. The roots get water and form a base. The roots will hold the plant in place. The stem holds the plant up straight and tall. It helps make sure the plant doesn't fall. The stem carries water up from the dirt. The stem helps keep the plant alert. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. The leaves are not just there for show. The leaves will work to help the plant grow. They take in the sunlight and make it sweet. The leaves make food for the plant to eat. The colorful flower is so very bright. The bees will stop and rest in their flight. They pollinate the flowers and spread it around. Then the seeds fall to the ground. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. We start with a tiny seed in the ground, buried in the dirt. Roots can be found. The roots get water and form a base. The roots will hold the plant in place. The stem holds the plant up straight and tall. It helps make sure the plant doesn't fall. The stem carries water up from the dirt. The stem helps keep the plant alert. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. The stem holds the plant up straight and tall. It helps make sure the plant doesn't fall. The stem carries water up from the dirt. The stem helps keep the plant alert. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. The leaves are not just there for show. The leaves will work to help the plant grow. They take in the sunlight and make it sweet. The leaves make food for the plant to eat. The colorful flower is so very bright. The bees will stop and rest in their flight. They pollinate the flowers and spread it around. Then the seeds fall to the ground. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. Roots, stems, leaves, flower needs sun and air and a little rain shower. We start with a tiny seed in the ground, buried in the dirt, roots can be found. The roots get water and form a base. The roots
Good morning. We ask you to please find your seats and prepare for this morning's service. Thank you. I'd like to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Columbia. I'm Stephen Robinson, the minister here, and today I'm serving in a different role as your service leader. And we'll talk a little bit more about our service coming up. But just a reminder, our services are streamed on YouTube and Zoom. But no matter how you join us, choose to join us, even if it's not currently present, you are always welcome. If you want more information about the UUCC, you can visit our website at uucolumbia.org. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and you can also see some of the announcements in our program as well. We do welcome families with children into our service. Infants 5 and under have an opportunity to stay in our nursery. We do ask for the safety of the children so that they can safely provide, the nursery workers can safely provide care, that children over the age of the 5 stay in the service with their parents. And there are toys in the back, activities, books that you can bring from the social hall to your seats if you would like something. If you would also like to be a child care volunteer moving forward, please contact Bethany Storlazzi. At this time, I'm going to hand it over for our prelude and ask you to center yourselves in this space.
This morning's prelude is The Mummers Dance by Lorena McKennett. I invite our Treble Voices Choir Prism forward to sing, and I thank Kevin McKinney for adding percussion and Karen Peters on viola.
Thank you. Great start to our service. Please rise in body or spirit and join me as we read our congregational covenant together. It's printed in your order of service. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve others in community. Thus do we covenant with one another. Thank you. You can be seated. Unitarian Universalism is a diverse and a non-creedal religion. We are a community here that's based on our deeds and not our creeds. We're also a covenantal religion, which means that we all don't have to believe the same in order to treat each other the same with respect, equity, compassion, and dignity. Also means we also don't have to sit next to each other as well if we disagree too strongly, right? We do side with love here in this place, embracing and welcoming every person. Our board members and committee chairs will welcome your questions and your comments, and they can be recognized by their green name tags that they wear. At this time, we'd like to recognize any guests or visitors who are here or just visiting for a first time today. We are going to have Elisa that's going to bring the mic around. And so when she brings that mic to you, if you're willing to stand up if you're a guest and tell us who you are, maybe where you're from. Stand up so that she can see you if you're able.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I usually come to the Thursday group, and this is my first time here, but I've caught you guys on YouTube several times, and I love the service, so thank you for having me today.
Hi, my name is Isabella Gormanson, and I'm here from Mercy, and this is...
Hi, my name is Dewan. I'm here supporting Isabella.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Annette Flavel. I'm the co-chair of the new membership of the membership committee. And I have on my mind the new member ceremony that's happening next Sunday, and I want to give you a little preview. These are the new members who will be joining us next week. Abigail Brandon, Sarah Emily Carter, John Farley, Maura Farley, Sharon Givens, Kerry Quinn, Clifton Shealy, David Stevens, Amelia Gunning, Barry Gunning, Jim Ellis, Sylvia Ellis, and Jessica Cloud. If your name, yay! If your name was not on that list and you want to be involved, let me know.
All right. And Elisa, I think Jesse was wanting to introduce himself. One more time, you've been here once before. Let's hear another good intro.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I live in the Pat Meadows in Columbia, and I'm here with my mom and her husband Bud. Hello.
All right.
Blessing.
Welcome. If you are visiting with us and you'd like to know more about the UUCC here, there are visitor cards on the back of the seats and on the chair in front of you. Please fill that out. You can just drop that in the collection plate when we take up our offering, and we can actually start emailing you our events so that you are informed. Before we do our chalice lighting this morning, I want to do something a little bit different than we normally do with our chalice lighting. And that is to introduce our CUUPs group. I know a lot of our CUUPs group are here today. And to just let you know that CUUPs is an organization that is dedicated to networking pagan-identified Unitarian Universalists, dedicated to educating about paganism, promoting interfaith dialogue, and developing pagan liturgies and theologies, and supporting pagan-identified UU religious professionals. So at the UUA Assembly in 1987, they chartered the first covenant of CUUPs with some ideas in mind of what CUUPs was going to do. network among pagan-identified UUs, providing outreach of Unitarian Universalism to the broader pagan community continentally. They provide educational materials on paganism for Unitarian Universalist congregations and the general public. They promote pagan and Jewish Christian dialogues, encouraging the development of theological and liturgical materials. They encourage the greater use of music, dance, and visual arts. And they provide support for worship experiences in UU congregations. So as we are celebrating this joining together of planning, preparing for, and implementing a service around Beltane, I wanted to let you know about this group that is not a group that is apart from us, but a group that is a part of this congregation here at the UUCC. They represent us well on so many levels, including Pagans in the Park that's coming up. And if you would like to donate some clothes to that, you can see Sarah Emily afterwards, after the service. I'm not gonna make you stand. Yeah. So, but definitely support that great effort, because they're not only promoting paganism in the community, but also promoting this congregation as well, as they do Pagans in the Park. And of course, I would be remiss to not mention that out of all the chapters that are developed across the states and really around the world in the UUA, Gaius Rising is our chapter here, and one of the oldest, if not the oldest, chapters in the UUA. And so we are so delighted that this group is a part of our community. We feel connected, we feel aligned with all that we do and all that we work together, including this wonderful service today. So in that spirit, we are introducing several leaders. You already saw Sarah Emily that's helped to plan and lead this service, Katie Long as well. As a leader in Gaius Rising. She is going to be helping to lead the service as well, and I'm going to say this in a way that doesn't make her nervous, sharing our sermon later. That help? That did not help. Sorry, that did not help at all. So for our chalice lighter today, I'd like to also introduce Pamela, who is the communications officer for Gaius Rising, as well as a new counselor. She is going to light our chalice. Spirit of light and life, come to us.
Hey everybody, so we're going to do this this chant. We've all chanted in the round here before, so we're going to sing the chant together. We're going to do like 2 rounds of the chant together, and then we're going to split it down the middle, and the part of the congregation that's on the side for Sarah Emily will follow her lead, and then y'all will follow me. But we're gonna just demonstrate the round to the chant together, and then we'll chant in the round all together. Okay? Sound like a plan? Okay.
For you, ma'am.
Huh? Okay.
For you.
Okay. We are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the weavers, we are the web. We are the flow, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the flow, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the weavers, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the flow, we are the web. We are the weavers, 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 we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the weavers, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the weavers, we are the web.
You guys did great, yay! So let me not fall down on my way up here. Not again this morning. So our opening words this morning is going to come from the Charge of the Goddess. So the Charge of the Goddess, if you are not familiar with it, originates in the neo-pagan movement that kind of started after the 1950s. So the Charge of the Goddess is this. Listen to the words of the Great Mother, who of old was called Artemis, Astarte, Dione, Melusine, Aphrodite, Caridwen, Diana, Brigid, and by many other names. Whenever you have need of anything, once a month, and better it be when the moon is full, ye shall assemble in some secret place and adore the spirit of me, who is queen of all the wise. You shall be free from slavery, and as a sign that you will be free, you shall enjoy in these rites. Sing, feast, dance, enjoy music and love, all in my presence, for mine is the ecstasy of the spirit, and mine is also joy on earth. For my law is love unto all beings. Mine is the secret that opens the door of youth, and mine is the cup of wine of life, that is the cauldron of Caridwen, that is the holy grail of immortality. I give the knowledge of spirit eternal, and beyond death I give peace and freedom and reunion with those that have gone before you. Nor do I demand aught of sacrifice. For behold, I am the mother of all things, and my love is poured out upon the earth. Hear the words of the star goddess, the dust of whose feet are the hosts of heaven, whose body encircles the universe. I, who am the beauty of the green earth, and the white moon amongst the stars, and the mysteries of the water. I call upon your soul to arise and come unto me, for I am the soul of nature that gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and unto me they must return. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices, for behold, all acts of love and enjoyment are my rituals. Let there be beauty, let there be strength, power, and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. And you who seek to know me, know that the seeking and the yearning will not avail you unless you know the mystery. For if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will not find it without. For behold, I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire.
Thank you, Sarah Emily. This time I invite our children who are waiting patiently back there and any other young folks that would like to join us down front for the story for all ages. Katie is going to share our story this morning. Please make your way down to the carpet up front and sit anywhere.
I'm okay on the floor.
What do you want me to do?
Pages? Yeah, actually, it would be nice to help pages.
Okay.
I feel like they may not be able to hear me.
Yeah, you might need a mic.
Didn't think I was going to need a mic, but I'm real quiet when I'm nervous.
I can.
We can.
I got it.
Okay.
So you guys
Yay.
can see a little bit better, huh?
All right. So this book is called Little Witch Meets the Moon, and it is one of my daughter's favorites. She grows up in a very, very strongly pagan house, and she loves the pictures and doesn't understand the words yet, but we certainly love this story. All right. Hey, everybody. All right. This way. Okay. On a warm midsummer's night, with sky cloudy and dark as stillness quieted the birdsong of robins and larks, a little girl with a small round face, an innocent smile sweet, frowned deeply while gazing at the black kitten twirling about her feet. Look at those. I don't want to go to bed, Sir Kitty. Oh no, not tonight. Mom and Dad said today there will be no more nightlight. They say I am big and I am grown, and now that I am 4, tonight there's no nightlight and they're closing the door. With a sad head and heart, her blue eyes joyless and stark. Oh no, Sir Kitty, who knows what will happen to us when the room goes dark? With a lip that grew pouty and chin catching her tears, she wished to herself she had not aged by 1 year. Though young with lots of growing to do, she knew the rules, no hullabaloo. She knew that at the tender age of just 4 years old, when Mom and Dad spoke, you did what you were told. And then with no further fight, she put on her nightgown quick, thinking to hide under the comforter fluffy and thick. The little girl nestled in her bed like a butterfly in a cocoon. Then she lay silently, wishing for sleep to come quickly and soon. Hugs and kisses good night her loving mommy and daddy gave, both together sang. No fussing now, it's time to be brave. You will be just fine, there's no scary things here. But just snuggle up tightly and draw a teddy bear near. Then out went the light and the door closed with a thump. And that's when she felt her heart beating fast. It went bumpity bump. But the thumping heartbeat was oh so quick to change. From her lips came the words, well, isn't that strange? The room did not grow dense and dark as it should. No, there was enough light to see, and to see pretty good. Beams of light poured through the window and shone on her face. Where is this light from? What is this place? The silvery beams of light so bright she could see Sir Kitty walking about happy and free. The cat was small, but just the right cuddling size. He hopped onto the bed, stretched and let out a kitty cry. But tonight, her furry friend did not cuddle or ready for bed. No, not tonight. The cat did something very different instead. On the bed, circling round, never batting one eye, the cat looked at the little girl and spoke for the very first time. That light you see is something special, as you'll learn. See, only big girls can know this secret, and now it's your turn. The little girl's mouth fell wide open with shock. Say, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. What is this, my kitty? Since when can you talk? May I be so bold as to say that I am special indeed. I am a witch's familiar. I am magic. I'll be here when you need. I know you think your family picked me out just for you, but it is I who picked you, little lady. What I say is true. Her kitty said, I've waited so long for you to be grown. There's something important, and it's time it was known. Average you are not, and soon you will see. You're a magical person, very special indeed. A little witch you are. You're very lucky. A little witch, you say, but witches are mean. Are witches mean? No. She says, oh, but they're ugly and warty and sometimes unclean. The girl was confusing stories with fact. Oh no, Sir Kitty chuckled. Real witches are nothing like that. The little girl smiled, surprised at his words. One part was happy. The other could not believe what she had heard. I am your helper, said Kitty, your friend and your guide. I'll teach of mysteries, but first we must go outside. The little witch knew it was safe and all right. The two longtime companions slipped out into the night. The night was dark. A light poked through the trees. What surprise do you have for me, Sir Kitty? I cannot wait to see. Y'all see? No, the pictures are a little bit small. Ooh. Can y'all see? It's her walking through the forest with Sir Kitty. It's dark, but she's safe. A special little girl you are, more special than you know. You are a little witch who one day will be wise and will grow. You'll work good magic and learn wonders most will never see. But those days are far off tonight. We start with this tree. Looking confused, she did not know what the cat would do, but he told her to be calm, be brave, and be true. To which the little witch said, "Oh, Sir Kitty, of course, I place my trust in you. Good, wrap your arms around this tree and learn what you must." She's gonna hug the tree, yeah. She spread her arms wide and hugged that huge tree and felt something warm and loving fill up mind, heart, and her whole being. In a flash, she knew the tree was loving and kind, connected to the earth through oh so many roots that bind. The little witch looked up and spoke to the tree. Thank you, tree, for helping me and so many animals. Thank you for protecting earth from wind and time. Thank you, history keeper, for clean air and for saving all of humankind. I think it's one more, yeah. For her thanks, the tree gave the little witch a treat. A branch from his top he laid at her feet. Sir Kitty then told that the branch from the tree was one with a very special purpose. Just wait and see. But then the kitty said in a hurry, we have another lesson to learn today. We must be on our way. We cannot delay. What's the next lesson? What else are they going to do? The little witch knew Sir Kitty promised learning of wonderful things. She picked up the branch thinking what the night would bring. They didn't walk far. It didn't take long to see the giant round ball glowing white and strong. The light was lovely. The little witch simply sighed. That's when she heard a voice somewhere nearby. Who is out at night? Why do you show no fear? Sir Kitty replied, tonight, the little witch learns of her destiny. Tonight, with the light so bright, she learned of tree, and now, with your blessing, she can learn of you. Then only one more for the lesson tonight she'll need to do. Pleased to hear of another little witch and the tree, the voice said. Of course, I am happy to say a bit about me. Can y'all see? Y'all see what the new friend is? Yeah? Can you see him? Yeah, you want to point to him? Where is he? Yeah. There he is. Yeah. All right. Let's see what the owl has to say.
What does the owl have to say?
I am Wise Owl, or just Wise for short, and this tree I call home, and with a wave of his wing, he made his presence known. But we didn't need that, because we found him, didn't we? Yeah. The owl, until then, blended into the night, but now with his big glowing orb behind him, he was simple to sight. Greetings, Wise Owl, said the little witch. It's a pleasure. I'm surprised. May I ask, Owl, why do they call you wise? With that, the owl let out a sound like a laugh. "What's so funny?" the little witch said. He winked and then smiled. In complete reversal, he turned his feathered head round in one big circle. "I am wise owl, I can see in the dark. My mind and my eyes are equally sharp. I can spin my head around in a circle, my dear. You cannot hide the truth from me who sees there and near." Yeah, you can point to it. Yeah. Yeah, there's the owl. Yeah. With that, Owl turned to Sir Kitty and said, What lesson tonight?" Sir Kitty replied, "It is time for her to know about the silver light. She's a brave, big girl and knows all is safe and right. The little witch must meet the moon, the goddess of the night." "Yes, Sir Kitty, I do agree," screeched the owl. "It is time for the little witch to see. It's time for her to meet moon, and she shall, without delay and soon." Ooh. With that, the branches of the tree spread like a curtain, revealing in full moon the source of light, so lovely and so certain. The moon shined down on the girl with a loving light. The girl heard the most magical voice she'd heard in her life. "Welcome, sweet child. I can't see. Welcome, sweet child. This night's special indeed. You've learned that you are special. It's your destiny. You'll grow and you'll learn. It will be no surprise that your wisdom and magic will prove a great prize. Now, no matter how long your life is, you'll never know all, but always know that it is to the goddess you are called." You see her? Look. Yeah. "I am blessing this branch, your very first wand and tool. Cherish it, keep it safe. Its power will come to you." The moon's beams so bright they made the night seem like day, and the beams fell on the branch little witch's hand it laid. Excuse me. It's a tongue twister. She felt the love and power as the blessing took its place, and then she smiled up at the moon with her little sweet face. Though wanting to stay in the silvery night, the hour grew late and darker this night. It is time that we leave back home to bed. You've got growing to do, the wise owl then said. Thank you, moon, mother goddess. Thank you, owl, Sir Kitty too. I am not afraid of the dark now that I know all of you. And I know I'll be able to go to sleep fast and with ease. I can't wait to learn more magic of these.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you all for coming down. It's always fun to watch the big people out there trying to look over and see the pictures from the book. Thank you, Dawn, for bringing them down to you. At this point in our service, we light candles of community. We always have 7 candles in our foyer on the table out there. So if you arrive and would like to share a joy or concern, please take one of those candles. At this time, I invite you to come down, briefly share that joy or concern, and place the candle in our chalice.
Good morning, I'm Bud Ashley. Yeah, I got new pants. I want to light a candle of concern and a candle of hope. I went to the skin doctor on Friday and had about 16 or 18 precancerous lesions frozen, and I had 3 biopsies of some of them that didn't look real good. And so I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm hopeful that when we get the biopsy results, they'll be negative for melanoma.
Hi, I'm Joan Watterson, and this candle is for Julian Mingy. He took a fall when they were on their way to London. They were up in Newark, New Jersey. He's now back in Still Hopes in the rehab section, probably going home this coming week to his apartment. He and Lee have been through quite a bit, so this is for both Julian and Lee.
Hi, my name is Taylor Presley, a newer face here. I have a candle of concern today. My aunt had a pacemaker change, and all went well, and then we just got news yesterday that they found her unresponsive, and she is passing away. So, candle of concern for my family, and just keep us all in your thoughts and prayers and good vibes. Her name is Alice. Thank you.
Last candle that we light represents those joys, concerns that we're holding silently this morning. Invite you to a time of reflection, just to take a few deep breaths and remember these that were shared. Thank you. As we prepare for our offering this morning, a reminder that our Share the Plate recipient this month is Mercy, the Mental Illness Recovery Center, and it's my pleasure to invite Isabella Gormanson to come and share a little bit about the work of Mercy.
Hi, good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be here. I've enjoyed the service so far. So I wanted to share a little bit about Mercy. But I wanted to start off a little bit about a statistic. So in 2021, the National Institute on Mental Health found that about 57.8 million U.S. adults were experiencing some form of a diagnosable mental health condition. And of those individuals, about 5.5%, or about 14.1 million, were experiencing a form of severe mental illness or serious mental illness. We generally consider those diagnoses to be like schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar disorder, and major depressive disorders. Mercy targets this population of individuals experiencing severe and persistent mental illness of these diagnoses, and we do so through providing person-centered holistic care to include psychiatric assessment, medication management, supportive housing, benefits assistance, and all sorts of other supportive services through link them to other resources in the community and help them reach stability. There's one story that I would like to share today, is one that's near and dear to my heart. Actually, when I was a graduate student in the School of Social Work, I was working or interning at another agency, and some of my clients were experiencing homelessness. Well, actually all of them, but this one in particular stands out to me. And I would see him frequently downtown, and I would talk to him. He was always a friendly face. but I kind of stopped seeing him. It was around the start of COVID, and I kind of always wondered kind of what happened to him. Fast forward a few months, I graduated from USC, and then I start my work at Mercy. At this time, I see a familiar face, but this time he is stably housed. He has medication management to help him manage his depression. He has health insurance. He has consistent benefits. Today, about 4 years later, he remains stable, happy, and thriving. So this is just one example of the work that Mercy does and how we impact people's lives each and every day for the positive and long term. We are able to continue doing this work with the generous contributions of our community members, and we thank you all for considering us for your Share the Plate offering today. And if you're interested in learning more about how to become involved in our mission and the work that we do, please visit us at mirci.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabella, for sharing, and thank you, Dewan, for supporting. Did a good job there. It is our pleasure to partner with the great work that Mercy does throughout this month of April. At this time, I invite our ushers to come and receive our offering.
Shall be your own. Crone and sage, wisdom is the gift of age. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean.
Thank you so much. Receive this offering today, a symbol of our commitment to our good work. It is my pleasure to ask Katie to come at this time. She's going to share our sermon this morning. And I don't see John, but her husband John is here somewhere, and a beautiful little daughter. So hopefully you have a chance to see all of them this morning.
Hello, everybody. my name is Katie. I am one of the CUUPs leaders. And I've been doing that for about, I think it's 7 years at this point. I've been involved with CUUPs. Let's see. I'm not checking my text messages. I just forgot to put my notes on index cards. Because I thought that would help somehow. So I wanted to talk a little bit first about what CUUPs is. I know that Reverend explained a little bit about it, but it's basically just a safe place for pagans of all kind who are, if they're, most of the time when people come to us, they're either coming from another group, a closed coven of some kind, or or they've been solitary practitioners for a long time, and working with a group in an earth-based practice like paganism often feeds a part of your spirit, for lack of better words. I think those are pretty good words. It feeds a part of your spirit that you aren't going to normally get fed in a group environment. So part of what CUUPs is, why it's important, is because there's a lot of people who follow the path of paganism or earth-based religions, earth-based spiritualities, that don't have a safe place to get together and practice. And therefore, it can, after a long time of not having like a group or a safe group to practice with, a lot of times that can leave people feeling very isolated and like they're kind of not getting as much as they should out of their spiritual practice. For those of you that aren't familiar with paganism, paganism is basically, it's grown into an umbrella term. At one point, I think everybody that I could have asked about paganism, like what is pagan? And it's, oh, well, they believe in more than one God. That is partially true, but at this point, the term paganism has become an umbrella term for earth-based religions and earth-based spiritualities, varying between polytheistic or what have you, but that's the complicated stuff. That's the complicated stuff. We don't want to talk about that. Today is, we're celebrating Beltane. Gaius just got back from their big Beltane trip. And Beltane is celebrated with quite a few different sects of paganism, mostly based around like the Wheel of the Year, because a lot of modern paganism pulls from Celtic, from Celtic mythos and Celtic traditions. So the history of Beltane, I'm going to be very short about that. The history of Beltane is kind of, it goes back a long way. But there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, and there's many things that have been kind of added, and done really well, so we kept them. So Beltane is that midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It was originally an ancient agricultural tradition, and it was a celebration, later became known as that fire festival. And so what they don't know a whole lot about that when it was celebrated at that particular time. They do know that it was a festival with 2 fires usually, 2 bonfires, and there was a lot of walking people and animals through those 2 bonfires to go into that portion of the year. The important thing about Beltane is it's not the spring equinox, but it's the part of spring when everything is in full bloom. So it is about action. So passing them through those 2 fires was, they believed that they were blessing them at that point. At least that's what historians think they were doing. But it was also getting all the flies off of them, all the bonfires, all that fire and smoke and things. So it goes back to, it's another one of those traditions where smoke cleansing has been, smoke cleansing was utilized. Yeah. any of the modern adaptations, like there was, of course, the maypole was added out of Germanic culture. That was more of a modern-ish adaptation, the May Queen, the Green Man. And then the Lord and Lady story from the Wiccan tradition. It declined in popularity with the Industrial Revolution, and then just kind of, I guess, went out of style like things do, and then resurfaced again within the last 50 years with the modernization of paganism. All right, boring history lesson over. So today it is, like I was saying before, kind of it's a celebration about another change of the seasons, because all of those celebrations are marked by something that changes in the seasons, and what nature's influence in our lives is. So this is not necessarily the spring season, but because spring equinox is going to be celebrated differently. That is the beginning of fruitfulness, and this is Beltane, where in the middle, where everything is at full bloom. So it is a fruiting, blooming, fertile holiday, or a holiday to celebrate the fruitfulness of what we have. And that's not always talking about adult things or plants or anything like that. That is talking about like whatever you did a couple of months ago, trying to get past where you're at, the goals that you've set. This is the time that those are supposed to come to fruition. This is the time to take action and make the moves. That's what I always thought about it. Beltane was about, spring was about it's starting to sprout, and Beltane is when it blooms. So it's you make the moves. It's the time to make the moves. So the things that, so it is a lot about, there's a lot of rebirthing things that happen. Like, this year's gonna be different. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna make these changes. I'm gonna make the changes, make the moves, and do differently than I have been. And that's where a lot of inspiration comes, because it is another holiday where there's not as much keeping you from this world and the spirit world. So one of the things that we do a lot in paganism, a lot of people reinitiate. And that's gonna bring me to like the benefit of the spiritual practice of paganism, like what we do with that. So in paganism, we have a lot of very tangible, what we call a tangible prayer, or I like to call a tangible prayer, where everything, there's a lot of very symbolic things with prayer that looks like spells, that sort of thing. And this is how we conduct changes. This is how we signal our spirit to, this is how this like, lighting the candle. There's simple things that the tangible prayer is beneficial. But we do a lot of initiations during Beltane because that is a time to start looking at your daily practice. There's a lot of books out there that don't talk about what it is to truly have a spiritual practice. And it's as simple as getting up in the morning and going and standing outside in this same spot with the same prayer, or just silently, and then coming back in and then doing it again at night. Just the physical action of the tangible prayer. And what I mean by tangible is there's something I'm doing, whether you're throwing some herbs or picking up dirt and putting it down when you're done. The finality of that is beneficial. But when we don't have when we don't do the things that enrich our spirit on a daily, then it gets difficult to do all of those other things. I don't know about y'all, but I'm super, super busy all the time as a new mom. And my daily practice fell by the wayside. And because of that, I didn't feel so great anymore. You know, I used to go to my one little altar and I said my morning prayer. Very simple. All you got to do, walk over there, ring the bell, and I say the words, and I leave. That's all I had to do. But just not having enough time to do those things that just kept my spirit in check. They kept my heart in check and kept my brain in the right place, because I was letting my spirit do its thing for a minute. Because of that, I didn't feel so good anymore. And this is the time of year that I like to look at my daily practice. And I think that's beneficial for everybody, whether you're pagan or not. Because we do a lot of talking about, we do a lot of talking about things. You hear a lot of talking about things that you're doing in the church and that sort of thing, but what are you doing to really enrich your spirit on a daily basis? You're feeding yourself, you're eating, you're nourishing your body. We're learning things. We have no problem getting on our phone and looking up information on the internet, so we're doing something to feed our minds sometimes. But when you really step back and look at your day, what is it that you're doing daily that helps, just one thing that keeps your spirit in check and keeps your spirit strong and connected? Okay, sorry. But I just wanted to use this time to talk about, I know I probably got a little bit off subject, but I just wanted to use that time to talk about the benefits of a spiritual practice and how important it is. And there's so much going on in the world right now that we do get distracted and we do get bogged down with work and everything. I know sometimes I just want to come home and go right to bed. Like, I don't want to eat, nothing. I just want to go right to bed. But sometimes, even if I don't, like, I get up and go to an actual room that has my altar space in it. But if I can't make it in there, I can simply, before I go to bed, simply stop and close my eyes and be connected for just a moment. And, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes again. I haven't done this before, so I'm just looking at my notes. So with us being able to do something as simple as that every day, or every day and every night, or just at least once a day, that keeps our spiritual health at a level that we don't ever have to get that low again. Even if I don't feel like going into that area, even if I don't even feel like walking in that area or don't feel like doing anything, the days that you don't feel like doing it are the days that you need that connection. And it may not always feel like it's helping, but it's a daily reprieve. And everything, all of the everything outside of you that you, everything that's going on that makes things difficult to do that it starts from the spirit. When you bog yourself down and you don't do anything to feed your spirit, you're bogged down. So I just wanted to use that time on Beltane to talk about how important it is to develop a daily practice of some kind to keep that spiritual health, that spiritual health maintained, or to even light a light that you didn't know was there. And I think that's all I have. I don't know if I got to it. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just my challenge. Find one thing. Everybody's got homework now. So I'll never be able to do a sermon again because everybody's got homework now. And find one thing you can do daily. Just one thing you can do daily that connects you to spirit. One small thing. And I'll do the same. Okay. Thank you.
Our closing hymn is number 194, Faith is a Forest.
By the way, guys, hi again. So what we're going to ask you to do, if you feel so inclined, or if you would like to, we're going to reposition these tables here. And as Katie talked about going through the Beltane fires and being cleansed and renewed, and as this is the time of renewal, a time of rededication, please feel welcome while we sing this last hymn to walk through the fires. We're going to have 2 lines, one here, one here. And we're going to ask you guys if you would like to come through and walk through the 2 candles that we have up here. And just during that last hymn, so we're just going to move these and then you just line up.
For those of you that are coming, as you pass through, think about changes that you want to make, and think about things like the intentions that you have of passing through. What would that cleanse for you? What is that doing for you? Yeah.
We got it. I mean, that might be good.
Sorrow and pleasure.
I have no organized closing words for you guys. You see me trying to mesh words together to make it all nice and tight. But I do want to, first of all, thank all of you who have invited us to do the service today. It was a true pleasure to get to do this and to get to show you a little bit of what it is that we do. And Guys Rising Cups is a part of the UUCC, and we couldn't imagine a better home. And think on Katie's homework a little bit, even if it's not, pagan stuff. Think about what feeds you and fill your cup, pun intended. Thank you.
Please join in singing our congregational benediction.
Thank everyone for being here, being a part of this service, and a special thanks to all of Gaius Rising and Sarah, Emily, and Katie for helping to plan this service. I was very, Katie, you said during Beltane, it's the time, in a sense, to reap what you sow, right? It's the time to celebrate. And so I'm so thankful to the board and to the worship committee saying we want to make sure that we strengthen this relationship. And a great time to do that would be in a Beltane service together. So I feel like we sat here and celebrated the fruit of that investment. So thank you all for that. If you're visiting with us, please stick around, give us a chance to get to know you, as well as you get a chance to know us. Thank you all for being here. Oh, one more.
Oh yeah, just one more thing, guys. So we're actually, after the service, along with the social hour, we have the kids' maypole outside. So if you guys want to stick around and do a couple of rounds in the maypole, and we're also going to have a small, brief, as it is hot in South Carolina, Beltane bonfire. So please feel welcome to join. It's going to be right outside these two double doors here.
Thank you. Have a great day.